Hey, good morning. It is June 7th, 2023, Wednesday. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Um, I'm at the airport, Chester County Airport, Geo Carlson, whatever the hell they call this place. They have like three names for it, I think. Anyway, it's very, very scenic and has rural, bucolic uh, attraction, amenities, and my favorite word, beauty. Beauty. It is beautiful. Sorry, Duncan. There's a girl that waits on me at Wawa that's real pretty, and she's very nice and friendly, and I just go there because it's a good experience. Usually it is. So, and Duncan's a drive-in. There's not as much personal interaction. And it is hazy. It resembles a hazy summer day, but it's cool. It's like 55 degrees. Yeah, it's like 56 degrees. And so, okay, it's early in the morning, but I don't think it's going to go over 70 today. It's like the temperatures have been perfect for like 2 months. And everybody's, worried about a drought now. People got to worry about something all the time. I hate being caught up in that kind of culture and that kind of mindset. It's destructive, when you worry too much, and there's nothing you can do about what's going on anyway, except sometimes there is. And then when fate calls on you to make a decisive decision, that's how you can measure yourself. As far as the quality of life, the quality of your life, the beneficial things you've brought to other people's lives in a decisive moment. Oh. Missed that one. That guy's full throttle. The noise isn't that bad from jets anymore. Maybe I think they're getting a handle on that somehow. Anyway, so your decisive decisions at decisive moments, your decisions at decisive moments are going to determine who you are, your identity, where you fit into things in the world in general, what you're going to do. I was just thinking about, I think about God all the time. I frankly started my prayers this morning. I haven't finished, but I'll do that. God is, they say God is benevolent. Well, I disagree. I completely disagree. How can you look at this world and say that God is benevolent? How can you look at the suffering for now, millennia and millennia and a millennium in Africa and the Middle East? And there's murders every day, shootings all over our country, and the politicians will do nothing. The politicians want to sit on their hands and just get reelected, and that's it. And they play to the weakness of human nature and the desire. So many losers, and so many people having like meaningless lives. When a guy like Donald Trump comes along and says, "Oh, it's their fault," just like Hitler did with the Jews. "Oh, it's their." Donald Trump comes along and says, "It's the teachers." The teachers. What are you teaching besides contempt and hatred? Ooh, make America great again. Oh, like it was in the 40s and the 50s when blacks couldn't get a job, like that in the 60s and 70s, when there's the civil rights turmoil, which ended up in good things, but a lot of people were hurt and killed. Make America great. Why do you think that you have such a stronghold on the South, Donald? There's that hatred and contempt and that finger pointing, man. And anyway. So, my understanding, and I'm sure of this, God helps those that want to try and help themselves. Now, if you're an invalid and you can't, and you're limited, that's something else. But if you're in good health, and I see all these healthy guys, people in the middle of a workday, walking up and down, shuffling up and down the streets of Coatesville, the alleys of Coatesville, doing nothing, basically. Okay, that's not going to work out good for you, in my opinion. That I think God set in motion in a logarithm here, and then went to another place in the universe to take care of something. before he left here, he set up a logarithm that's going to continue until he comes back, or she comes back, or it comes back. But I am certain that your dreams are not going to come true if you just sit on your ass and don't do anything. Proactive, you know? That's why it's good. That's why work is good for you. It's really good for you because you network with people, you meet people. I mean, I'm networking. I go to Wawa and I talk to total strangers every day, and I've already made 2 women laugh and smile today. Successful day for me. Anyway, the RFK thing, the way he talked about war in this podcast that I saw yesterday was eloquent, man. Eloquent. He's the first politician to come out and say we should stop supporting the Ukraine and the Ukrainian war because it's a war that Russia can't lose. So be a negotiator, be an arbiter of a resolution instead of just giving Ukrainians more and more deadly weapons. I'm all for that. And if we'd had that approach in Vietnam, there would not have been a Vietnamese war. And JFK, by the way, was bringing the military advisors back from Vietnam when he was killed. And LBJ took over. And I respect LBJ, but he made a horrible mistake with Vietnam. It was really, really, really bad. That and the Iraqi war are just unspeakably horrible decisions. And both men can be considered as war criminals, in my opinion. It's an easy thing. It's an easy argument to support. It's not too hard, really. Iraq, WMB, weapons of mass destruction, there weren't any. And yeah, Hussein was a murderer and a dictator, but we can't decide. We can't just go on to the other side of the planet and decide what kind of government another country is going to have. We can't do that. They got to make up. They're like North Korea. You think the North Koreans are happy? So what are we going to do? March in there? China should march in there and kick that son of a bitch out, for sure. Even the next North Korea. They'd be better off. North Korea would be better off being annexed by China than what's going on there now. You go into outer space, at nighttime, there's lights all over the world except North Korea and Africa. And that's a pointer. That's a major, arrow pointing at some really bad situations. It's not our right to go in and fix somebody else's bad political situation. Look what we did in South America. Total mess. We're not responsible for that mess. We did some bad things, but we're out of there now. And look, they got a dictator in Nicaragua. I think we invaded that country under Reagan, and now we got a democracy in there. No, we don't. It's a dictator. And by the way, the president of Nicaragua came out about a month or 2 ago and said, if anybody talks against Nicaragua, it's treason, and you'll be tried for capital punishment with a charge of treason. If you say something against Nicaragua, is that where you want to go? Make Nicaragua great again. Roar, MAGA, Amana. Oh, God. I just, I thought that we'd be better than this. I really did. I thought that by now we'd be a whole lot better than this. And then, Trump, that son of a bitch traitor comes along and stirs hatred and contempt. And sure enough, it catches on. Ugh. Anyway, okay. Sorry to bring it down. It's like when I tune into IA, the Investment Answers channel with James. He's constantly apologizing because he's talking about how everything is going down the garbage disposal, down the garbage drain, and he apologizes. But it's true. $31 trillion in debt. You think America's great again? And by the way, Rumpa-Dump Trump oversaw a lot of that. He gave tons of money away because of the COVID crisis. Okay, quantitative easing, stimulus, whatever. I didn't need the I got checks $1,200 from the government. I got a check for $1,000 or $700, and then $1,200. I'd have been okay without that. I think everybody would have survived without that payout. But he's buying he'll do anything. He already has put his soul up for sale. He has sold his spirit in the interest of being a dictator and having power. And I'm talking about good old Donald T. Rump. He's more of a rump. Okay? traitor son of a bitch, man. And all those people at the Capitol should be in jail for January 6th, and they should all be on trial for treason. And I don't know why they're not. Any country in the world would have put them on trial for treason, and we should have. And I don't care what the outcome of the trial is, as long as they know you're being accused of treason for what you did. Nope. They're getting a slap on the wrist. Oh, one guy got 5 years yesterday. Big deal. And he lied. You know, as soon as he was looking that, oh, I gotta go to jail. Well, I take it all back. I don't like Donald Trump. I didn't. He made me do it. That wasn't me. Oh, that wasn't me. Well, yeah, that is me on the video. Yeah, that is me throwing shit and trying to hurt the police force there. Yeah, I'm throwing. Yeah, that's me. But. Oh my God, this world is so screwed up. Peace, y'all.